This top 5 countdown is focused on the top foods you will absolutely want to avoid if you plan on doing the horizontal tango anytime soon. Now, we all know that certain foods like chocolate or oysters are supposed to be aphrodisiacs, and well, if that works to get you in the mood, that's great. But what we're worried about here are, well, let's call them anti-aphrodisiacs. These foods will most definitely not help you get that mood going and could possibly quite literally prevent you from getting laid. Stay far away from these foods and drinks if you're looking or planning on getting lucky. We warned you! So without further ado, let's jump straight in with number 1 on our list. French fries. Is there ever really a doubt on your mind of whether or not you want fries? Literally all the time. Now, there's no question about fries, or chips if you're British, but they're devastatingly delicious and tempting. But unsurprisingly, they aren't exactly the best option for a pre-coitus snack. Fried food in general have some undesirable sexual side effects. This laundry list of negative effects includes the trans fat found in fries lowering testosterone levels and decreasing blood circulation. All pretty much the opposite of what you'd want when trying to get in the mood and keep an erection. Also, fries tend to be generously seasoned with lots of salt. This excess salt is bad news for men with high blood pressure, as it makes it even more difficult to maintain strong erections. Basically, skip the fries before heading to the bedroom. Next up, hot dogs. Everyone's favorite sport watching snack, hot dogs are part of the quintessential American experience. Paired with a cold beer and some ketchup, mustard, relish, almost nothing can beat it. However, that being said, if you're thinking of chowing down on some hot dogs before getting lucky, think again. Despite the fact that they are quite the phallic food item, they're not that great for getting you in the mood. The unfortunate reality is that hot dogs are chock full of saturated fats. Now, not all fats are bad for you. Sadly though, saturated fats are probably some of the worst. These saturated fats can clog penile and vaginal arteries, preventing proper blood flow, which is very important during sex. Instead of reaching for those hot dogs before doing a doggy style, try grabbing some fish tacos instead. Fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and will actually help improve cardiovascular blood flow. Next up in our top 5, tofu. No, really, tofu. Trust us on this one. It might not sound that bad of something to eat pre-coitus, especially since vegetarian diets in general are often healthier. But in reality, it's not a good idea. It doesn't matter if it's fried or steamed or prepared in any fancy way. Tofu is absolutely a food you want to avoid if sex is on the table. In fact, some studies have shown that eating tofu the night before a sexual encounter can actually increase estrogen levels in both men and women. Soy products in general are known to pump up estrogen production, and this added estrogen in your bloodstream is not something you want if you plan on having a night of steamy passion. Why? Well, some studies have shown that increased estrogen levels can actually have the effect of lowering the sex drive in both sexes. So sure, eat a salad or some fruit if you want to stay healthy and fit, but whatever you do, try and stay away from the tofu. At least if you plan on getting lucky. Coming in at number 4 in our top 5, energy drinks. Now, despite what advertisers would have you believe, if sexual energy could be bottled, we'd all know about it by now. Scientists would be proclaiming it from the tops of mountains, and we'd likely never get anything done again as a civilization. Whilst it's true that energy drinks will give you a big spike in energy shortly after consuming them, that energy doesn't last long and will not help improve your sexual stamina. In fact, these drinks often have a high caffeine and sugar content that quickly burns off in your system, leaving you at an even lower energy level than you were before drinking it. The added sugar also has the drawback of lowering testosterone production in guys. Recent studies have even shown that frequent consumption of caffeine, which is found by the bucket load in these drinks, actually lowers serotonin levels in the body. Serotonin is better known as the feel-good chemical in the brain. Decreased levels of this chemical have been linked to depression and low mood. Our final selection in this top 5, wine. This one might seem like a surprising item to not consume before lovemaking. After all, we all know how turned on we can get after a couple glasses of a nice Chilean red. Every romantic date wouldn't be complete without a bottle of wine, right? Well, no, actually. As much as drinking alcohol might lower our inhibitions and make us feel more confident, it actually has a harmful impact on other aspects of sex. The alcohol in wine actually works to lower sensitivity to touch, as well as weakening and stressing organs. As much as drinking alcohol might lower our inhibitions and make us feel more confident, it actually has a harmful impact on other aspects of sex. The alcohol in wine actually works to lower sensitivity to touch as well as weakening and stressing organs. Not only does this mean that you will feel less, but studies have also shown that men find it easier to maintain erections when sober. I'm sure a lot of men can relate. The solution seems pretty straightforward, thankfully. Simply try to limit yourself or your partner to a single glass or two of wine before retiring for the night. Leave the bottle in the fridge for tomorrow. It won't spoil.